but I want you to hold me tight. Know the way I'm talking may be devoid of charm.
Hello everybody, it's Ted E. Fane, formerly of Tony Williams Platters. I'm back again. Sorry for the late start. Had a few things had to take care of, and I'm just getting back to the studio now, so I'm running behind schedule. Well, I am about now almost 2 hours behind. Wow. Well, I'm here. Better late than never, as they say. And I'm going to be here for a few. We're here to chat. I'm here to talk to you guys. As the title says, let's talk. So I've been getting some interesting comments on the videos that I've been posting about my experience, journey, being a member of the Platters. And I still find it kind of strange that people are actually doubting my words, not believing, even when I give them evidence and all the proof. And all you have to do is your own research, and you'll see, if you research Tony Williams Platters in the 80s, you will see my name mentioned, and you'll see a picture of me. So I am authentic. This is real. I know I get, you look too young. I have a young face. I'm sorry. That's just how it is. I'm 61 years old. I'll be 62 this year. September 1st is my birthday. All right, so I was born in 1959, so I will be 62 this year. So I'm older than I look. But besides that, I'm taking care of myself, try to do the right thing. Actually, Tony Williams was actually 64 years old when he died. Okay, so I still got 2 more years just to reach the age that Tony Williams died at. I'm in a lot of, I can actually say I'm in a hell of a lot of better physical condition than he was at that time. Definitely take better care of myself, physically and mentally, because that's very important, especially in the entertainment business. I've been doing a lot of flashbacks, thinking about the past, and doing a lot of, just going back in time kind of thing, and just now putting two together. When I remember about the experiences I had with certain people, certain other artists being on tour, and the different attitudes that these people have. And not everybody, even if you are successful in this business, in the entertainment, are happy. There's a lot of reasons. Mostly the reason is that it takes so much time to just achieve any recognition for your talent, that by the time you already achieved the recognition, you already passed your prime. And then it's not as rewarding as it would have been had you received those recognitions in your prime. And then you have those who sort of got lucky and got a lot of recognition in their prime, but they end up burning out. flaming out quickly. And I give you an example. This example of major. And when you hit that major scale, when you come like a major star on that level, like the Platters. But we're going to talk more into recent times. Like Michael Jackson, like Whitney Houston, like Prince. Few more. But I'm taking those artists because everybody are familiar with those artists. And we sort of grew up with those artists. And the one thing they all have in common, they died before they got out of their 50s. Some of them just made it to 50. Some of them didn't even make it to 50. And some of them was in their mid-50s. This business, just think about it. Once you reach the pinnacle, the top, there's no other place to go but down. And believe me, everybody eventually will start going down. Once you start losing that fame, you have nothing else to really live for. Because everything you've done in life was to get to that point, to the pinnacle. And for the lucky few who made it to that point, there's nothing else to look forward to. So they sort of burn out. So I can see that. And then the ones who struggled and had obstacles in the way, people preventing them from achieving their goals because of whatever situation is. Maybe those people have ulterior motives. And that plays a lot in this business because everybody in this business are in it for selfish reasons. And nobody in the entertainment business is your friend really. And especially if they don't get nothing out of it. They're your friend as long as something in it for them. When it ceases to have anything benefits for them, that friendship is gone in the wind. Just like that person's or people. Seen it done many times. And unfortunately, I've done it myself. So, I'm no better than the people I'm talking about. But I'm a product of this business. Because when you in this business, it's a Malcolm X statement, by any means necessary. I don't know where he got it from, but I just remember it coming from Malcolm X. That's what it is. If you look at the history of any of your favorite artists and look at their history from beginning until they achieve their success, and you're going to see these stories that I'm sharing with you about what they had to do to get to that point. Some people are willing to do more than others. Then there are some people who don't think it's worth it and end up just quitting the business altogether. And then you have the ones who said, you know what, I love this business too much to quit, but I'm not going to sell my soul just to achieve fame. No, I'm doing this for the love of it. So I'm going to continue doing it on my terms. How far I get is up to me, but it will be on my terms. So here I am, 2021. I'm still engaged in the entertainment business. We can debate on what success is. I achieved everything I wanted to do. Did I achieve it to that grand scale? No. But I achieved it. I achieved something out of it. You know, I got all this history behind me, all around me, of my achievements in this business. And the one thing I could say, the most important thing I could say is this: I have no regrets, because it's all I wanted to do. Sacrifices? I made a lot of sacrifices. Never been married, no children, never really having a stable home, because you're always on the move. And I've lived all over the world. You know, 10 years in Japan, Nihongo Skoshi Dake, meaning I could speak a little Japanese. All over Asia, different countries for a year, 6 months at a time, from Singapore to Indonesia to Thailand to Korea to the Philippines to Hong Kong, Taipei, of course Japan, like I said. And those were just the stuff I did on my own outside of working with the Platters. That was where my career went after I left the Platters, which I'm going to start sharing with you guys after I exhaust all this Platters information for all you Platters fans and the ones who are interested about Teddy fame. I'll continue sharing those stories, because that's really where you actually see where my career takes off into doing my own thing, recording my own CDs, doing my own shows, doing my own tours, and opening up for different artists. So I got that I'm going to share with you guys. But right now we're just going to continue talking about my time as a member of the Platters. So yeah, as I was saying, all those things build up to a lot of people, and you know, the decisions you make or have to make are life-changing decisions. I've seen very, very talented people actually, I won't say go crazy, but yeah, have a nervous breakdown because they didn't achieve the success they thought they deserved because of their talent. And let me be the first to tell you, it's great to be talented, but talent by itself gets you nowhere. There are more talented people walking around the streets daily than they are in the entertainment business. Because to be in the entertainment business, you have to have more than talent. You have to have, more importantly, a selfishness. A selfishness that says you are deserving of your talent. And a belief in yourself that says that you're going to make everybody else believe that. Now, whether you attain it or not, that's a whole different story. But that selfishness is definitely the most important thing. Because it's that you have to build a wall. Because you have to understand, in the entertainment business, you put yourself on display. for people to comment, to criticize, and to ridicule. That's the price you pay to put yourself in the public's eye. The public has a free rein on responding to you any way they choose to. And most people can't deal with the response because the public will tell you how they feel. Lucky for me, I'll tell you this little story. This happened before the Platters. Back in, actually it happened like maybe a year or two before I joined the Platters. I had the opportunity to go down and do the Apollo Amateur Night. And this was before they televised and went on TV. So it was still just a local event that happened every Wednesday night. And long story short, I didn't win, but I didn't get booed off the stage. Okay? The fact that I didn't get booed off the stage said that I had talent. I just probably, in those people's mind, wasn't as talented as the people that I was sharing the stage with. Because one of those people actually won the event. But the fact that I didn't get booed off that stage told me I had talent. Now it was up to me to see how far I can take the talent. Long story short, 2 years later, I'm a member of the Platters. And a person who won amateur night, no one ever heard of. Wow, think about that. The person who actually won amateur night, the night I was on perform at the Apollo Theater, has never been heard of. And I end up getting a chance of a lifetime. Only a few people can actually say they sung in the Platters, was a member of the Platters. I'll take that over winning first place at the Apollo, hands down, every time. So yeah, I just wanted to go back and say that. So getting back to my story. So yeah, the years take a toll on you in this business. And it can either be good or bad. Because mostly, you got to remember, dealing in entertainment, especially showbiz, especially in nightclub singing biz, you're constantly around alcohol and that lifestyle, which is not a healthy lifestyle. And if you're doing that day in and day out constantly, it takes a toll on you. And that also shortens your lifespan. Constantly drinking alcohol, not eating healthy foods, not getting proper rest, being stressed out a lot, not having a healthy lifestyle, not exercising, it shortens your lifespan. And most entertainers die between their 40s, those 20 years. That's where most of your entertainers die in those years, between 40 and 60. They ain't gonna get out their 50s, most of them. Very few. And those who do get out their 50s, you can count them on one hand. And they all had to change their lifestyle at some point and picked up a healthy habit of lifestyle, or they would have been dead along with their contemporaries. All right, so this is crazy business, and it's not for everybody, you know. People say Tony died young at 64. Well, let me tell you right now, as a person that spends a lot of time with Tony Williams was only 64 in age. Health-wise, Tony Williams had to be 70-something. That's how much he burnt his body out. He looked like an old man. He functioned like an old man. You know, he couldn't stand for long periods of time, had shortness of breath from emphysema. That's mostly the reason why he couldn't sing, because he couldn't hold his notes. Couldn't breathe deeply enough because of emphysema. And here's the thing with emphysema. You don't get better and you don't recover from emphysema. Well, however much of it has affected your lungs, you lost that ability to use that part of your lungs ever again. So those deep breaths, those long notes, and the stuff that you're accustomed of doing because of a healthy lungs, once that emphysema hits in, say bye-bye. That ain't happening no more. And that was mainly why Tony Williams lost his voice. Actually, thinking about it now, I remember we had to change the keys to a lot of those songs because he couldn't sing it in the original key anymore. So I think everything was down a half step or a step, depending on the song. That happens. That what happens. Just it is what it is. That's what happens. I'm not going to stay long. So like I said, I came on to see if I can get anybody to come on and have a conversation. If there's anything that you want to talk about, specifically about the Platters, about Tony Williams, come on up. Matter of fact, let me just type something in here just to let you know. Come on up. Come on in. Uh-oh. Did that wrong. Sorry about that. I'm here. Let's chat. Okay, so I posted something there. Oh, my man, Sir Felipe, right on time. I gotta give it to you, man. You're a cool guy. Oh, Gemini Taylor, is that you, baby? I see you, man. What's going on, Gemini? Yes, Teddy, you know, I'm talking about the Platters. You know, I don't even know if you knew I was a member of the Platters, Gemini. Yeah, well, a lot of people are surprised by. Felipe, I'm sorry. So your question was, what was your reaction on Tony's death, and what happened to the Platters afterwards? Okay, so I wasn't there when he died, and in one of my other videos, I talked about it. But I knew from that last show that I did with him, we were out in Singapore, and he was in really bad health, and I just knew that it was only a matter of time. I didn't think he would last another year or two, and I was right, because that was when was that? 1991. That was 1991 when we did Singapore, and he died in 92. So yeah, I kind of expected it. So I wasn't too shocked when he finally died. And what happened to the Platters? Well, they tried to continue. So the members that were still in the group at the time tried to continue. I knew it was over. Without Tony, we're just another tribute group. Because nobody in that group was an original. We were all Tony Williams Platters. So none of us could go out and say we are the Platters. We were only working because we were Tony Williams. Okay, so I sort of writing on the wall, and the first time I got an opportunity to make my exit, I did it. Gemini, what's up, baby? Let me write this to you. In case you can't hear me. All right. Gemini Taylor. That brother right there is a hell of a guitar player. And you know what? It's crazy because the music community is a very small community. So the more you are, the more successful you are, the more people in the business you're going to get to know. And is that when you went to Tokyo? Actually, yeah. That's exactly. I don't know what year did I meet you, Gemini, because the first time I went to Tokyo was with the Platters. And that was 1986. 86 or 87. And we played Tokyo, Osaka, and Nagoya. No, Tokyo, Osaka, and Yokohama. Yeah. Oh, that's my little brother. Marcus. What's up, Marcus? That's my baby brother over here. How you doing? I see you. I see you. Yeah, I'm on here. So, you know, it's funny because now I know the best time to stream now because I'm getting a lot of more interaction around this time. So I'm going to start streaming from this point on about 7 o'clock because this is the best time to do streaming. That's good, Gemini. Everything's good. And Happy New Year's to you, brother. Happy New Year's to you. Hope everybody's doing well. You know, hey, what can I say about the state we're in this country? And I'm not going to get too much into the politics because we all know what time it is. You know, as Malcolm X says, the chickens are coming home to roost. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to leave it at that. You know, actually, it's kind of hard now being in the entertainment business because it's not the same. I think so many people have gotten into this business, they have watered down the business. So it don't have that special feeling it has. I remember especially when I was young and growing up, man, knowing somebody that was made a record or knowing somebody that was famous, man, just meeting a person like that would blow your mind. Now, regular people think they're more important to people with talent. You know, I think we all jaded in America. I think it's been, we're in a time now where that 15 minutes of stardom everybody wants. So nobody consider nobody special anymore. You know, we live in a jaded society. Nothing is sacred anymore. You know, everything has been sexualized and turned into less of value than it should hold. So I would say, that's kind of where we at in the state of music today. You know, hey, I'll put it like this. When's the last time anybody purchased music? Bought a CD? Purchased a record? You know, I still remember going out and buying singles, the little 45s. What were they? They were 99 cents or 78 cents back then. You get 2 songs on the east side. I remember, now that was back in early 70s. But I remember that, man. I can't, what record was the first record I bought? I can't remember. Jeez, I can't remember. But, yeah. So, nobody buys music anymore. Everybody's downloading music and streaming music. So, and the artists, because nobody's paying for music no more, nobody's putting in the artistry that we used to put in, the effort. Now everything is computerized and everybody sounds the same. And you're not specializing in nothing. You don't have great people trying to be great singers because you can just put that shit on your voice and you sound like a mechanical voice and everybody sounds the same. Even a rapper sound like a singer. You know, sad. What you got there, Gemini? I love where we're at right now. I see that everything is going back to the 70s of all the modern avenues to deal with the revenues. Yeah. It's not so much that where we at, Gemini, in terms of the music itself, it's how the people are consuming the music. If they're not investing money, if they're not paying for your product, how can you afford to make the product? You know, producers, something going on out there with all this fire trucks and stuff going by. We got the producers, you know, the artists, the record labels. You know, nobody's making money anymore these days, so how can you even say that, you know, I don't know. And really, I don't see it going back because people are not being purists anymore. Nobody's taking the time to master their craft anymore. You don't see, when's the last time you see a talented guitar player like yourself, Gemini? When's the last time you've seen talented bass players? You know, even singers are not putting in the effort to be great, just passable. You know, so no. What you said, Marcus, music industry does not value people with real talent anymore. That's right. They don't value people with real talent anymore because everybody is jaded. You know, with the advent of MTV, it's more about your brand than it is about your talent. Before MTV, and we knew what these people actually look like, we only based what we heard. And what we heard was beautiful. So because what we heard was beautiful, we imagined these people to be beautiful. Now what we see is more important than what we hear. We got to see you being beautiful, regardless of what we can hear you being beautiful. So yeah, you're right, Mark. You're right, Marcus. They don't value talented people anymore. It's a damn shame. Really, it's a damn shame. But that's life. You know what? It just goes to show you that everything has its moment in time. And it's funny because I think back to the times where jazz musicians were like the thing. And then rock and roll came by and it like watered down the jazz music that these purists thought this simplified music wasn't even worth their time for the time that for how long they had to check their skills to be able to be jazz musicians. And now this simplified 3-chord chains rock and roll music came by, muck all that up. Now here we go. Fast forward that to today. Now us soul, R&B, blues, rock people looking at what hip hop has done and watered us now and make us the background to the rap. There used to be the rap was the background to the singers. Now the singers are the background to the rappers. You know? hey, so what's next? You know, what is next? But I'll tell you this, and Gemini, you can attest to this. There's still a market in the world for genuine music, but it's not in America. Cause let's face it, 90s, I spent outside of America making my money in the industry. And I was getting the love and the support from the people overseas that major artists were getting here. It's like the undiscovered countries. And I think, although financially there's not a lot of money to be made, but for the next horizon for purist musicians that play instruments and still have skills and talent, Africa. Africa is the next undiscovered continent for what we do, for the brand of music we play. So once this corona thing has subsided and passed, I plan on making a trip over there and seeing if I can do anything with this music over there, because it's crazy. That's what it is. What you say, Gemini? Own your own record label and get this distribution deal, national and international. Yes, they do respect talented people. I've been working more since COVID-19, following in the footsteps of Willie Hutch and many more cats are working. Yeah, but where are you, Gemini? I know you're not here in America, right? You out of the country, aren't you? Because I know you work out of the country, but everything is shut down here in America. Nobody's working here in America. Where? They won't let you work in here, man. They want you. They won't let you have a academy, or unless you're talking about doing stuff online. Record deals, distribution. I understand it, but if nobody's buying it, I'll ask this question again. When's the last time you brought somebody's music? When's the last time you paid for someone's music? Nobody's doing that anymore. They're not paying for music anymore. And that's so sad. Really, so sad that nobody's paying for music anymore. I think today, everybody expect, because the market is so flooded with music, people just assume that it's free. Oh, you in LA? So Gemini, wait a minute. Where you working at in LA? Because as far as I thought, the governor said this town is shut down musically. You know? Crazy. I don't know anybody musician that's really working in LA unless they're doing something undercover that nobody know about, and they sneaking around with it, because it's hard out here, man, to work. At least as far as I know. But hey, I don't know everything, so it might be a little stuff going on that I don't know about. But I know they talking about everything that's shut down. I know I got a friend. His name is Crazy Tony. He's a guitar player. He had to go out there to Florida to do some work with the Flying Elvises. I think that's the name of the group that he out there with, and doing some stuff out there. I will pay for Terrence Trent D'Arby songs. Hey, yeah, but when's the last? Wait, Terrence Trent? He don't even go by that name anymore. What's his name now? And he's in Italy someplace. There's another point. Terrence Trent D'Arby hasn't been in this country for years. He's been living in Italy for all this time. So, you know, and you can attest how much money we were able to make in Japan, how successful, especially back in the 90s. And I think you were out there in the 80s. Didn't you go out there in the 80s? Weren't you out there with, who you out there with? I think, on Grand Central Station? Did you go out there with Grand Central Station in the 70s or 80s to Japan? Because you know more about that. Because I didn't get to Japan on my own until the 90s. Although I went out there in 85 with the Platters, I didn't go out there as Teddy Fame until like 1990. And I was doing cover songs then. But the money was good. It was always better than the money we was making here in America. What you got, Marcus? Music industry has killed the soul of music. I remember being able to fall in love by listening to a song. No soul in music anymore. Not worthless. Yes. You're right, my brother. That's just what it is. Today, music isn't meant to have that effect on people anymore. It's a commodity now. You know, it's meant to be pushed in the bag. The most important thing now is the brand. That's the person that's presenting the music, not so much the music itself anymore. So you're totally right now. I don't even know where we're going in the future with music. I know music will always be here in some form. But I do know if the artist can't make any money off it, it's not going to be good music. It's going to be throwaway shit that anybody can make. Because if you're not making any money off it, why would you put the effort in to creating an art that you can't profit off of? So until they come up with a way that artists can really profit off their talent and their art and really make money, it's honestly yet to be seen. Yet to be seen. So listen, guys. This has been great. So I got a couple of things I'm seeing on. This is a great time to come on. 7 o'clock. I'm going to start coming on at 7 o'clock now. But I didn't plan on being here this long, so I got some things that I got to go and take care of also. But this is going to be my platform from now on. I'm going to do it every other day. That's my plan. I'm coming on every other day around this time, around 7 o'clock. So that's what I'm going to do. So, as always, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Oh, Gemini, what you got? I went to Japan with a small group headed by a bass player. The vocalist named Tory Bird, but I met the people that knew who I was inside. Yeah. But what year was that? Was that in the 70s? Tory Bird, I think I know that name. Tory Boy, that name sounds familiar. I think I know. A bass player, I think I've heard of him before. But yeah, I gotta go. Got some things to do. We'll stay in touch, all right? I'm gonna try to come back on. What's today? Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. I'm gonna try to come back on Saturday. So we'll try to do this every other day around 7 o'clock, and I'll get more people. I got a lot of people on Facebook. I don't have too many people on YouTube. Look like all my people are on Facebook. That's good. So this thing is pretty cool. I like the fact that it links YouTube and Facebook together. 1989. Oh, I thought you were there earlier than that. So I actually went to Japan before you, huh? I was there in 86. It's all good. All good. Number love, though. Number love. So as I said before, gotta go. So like, subscribe, and share these videos, and also comment. And I'll be back to see you again. So once again, this is Ted E. Fame, former member of Tony Wheels and Platters, saying love, peace, and soul, baby. I'll see you. One love.